Hello again. This is Jacob with a studio update for the weekend. Weekend studio update. What am I updating you on? I'm updating you on the studio and how it's going. Studio's going good. Yesterday, the cello camp from Hong Kong concluded their performance. They actually extended by 2 hours their reserved time because they needed more time to practice. So that's a little bit more money overall from the rental fee. Overall, we charged an hourly rate of 3,400 yen an hour. They ended up renting the space for 11 hours plus the Bose rental fee, the speaker amplifier. We have it portable. Actually got it specifically to rent to them because they asked about it. I figured, oh, we'll use it in the future. Might as well get it right now, rent it to them, and then have it at a discount or able to be rented in the future. The money from that ended up being about 15,000 yen. So overall, we made 50 or 60,000 yen, and the money that we spent on the chairs and the stands was more than that. In a way, the cello camp essentially said, hey, can we use your studio? We'll buy you chairs and music stands. That's what basically ended up happening, which is fine because now we have them for future events. That's great. We had one new trial, went very well. I expect there'll be a signing up, so that'll be another student for the studio. Music theater rehearsals have begun again, resumed now that the horrible typhoon that kept us inside for 2 days. The air conditioners have been purchased and are on their way. And weirdly enough, I have 2 different orders of air conditioners coming. I don't know why, because I purchased one. I sent them a bank transfer with the money. Check this. I sent it to topleap.org or whatever it's called. I also have one from Emax Japan on its way. I also think that's what it's called. Why did they send it to me? Here's why I think it was, is because I initially asked them I wanted to buy it from them with the whole installation service attached to it. And they called me after it was quoted to me and said, hey, sorry, we're in mainland. We don't have any contractors around where you are. So we're going to have to cancel whatever attachment fee, whatever installation fee that you had signed up for. And is that okay? And I said, yeah, that's okay. I'll just take the ACs. And then I didn't actually finalize any purchase or anything. Now they sent me an email saying these are being delivered to you. So I don't know how this is working. I'm not going to pay cash on delivery, I hope. Because that'd be insane. Having 4 air conditioners, I can't afford that. I can only barely afford 2. Barely afford 2 air conditioners. Plans for next week. 1 more week until our rock band summer camp begins. I will need to get some shirts for those people, for those kids. Make it seem like a group or something. Now we only have a single band actually. Only 5, I think 6 people actually have signed up. So we're not going to have enough for a second band, but that's okay. We're going to have plenty of time. It's going to be like a massive amount of craziness happening. So it'll be much more fun to have a small little group that just all by themselves. They just do their own thing. There's some singers and drummers and guitarists and bassists and stuff like that. Now to prepare for this, I need a bass. The rest of the stuff, we have it. So it's all good. The shirts, I expect I'll be designing them in the next few days and printing them at something, t-shirtya.com or whatever. I think there are several places nearby that will do them in a very fast manner. Updates on me, my thoughts this week. Where's my head at? What am I doing? I'm kind of glad. I'm glad that the camp is over. Not that I was unhappy with it. It's just having 1,000,000 people in the main area of the studio and then having to be on standby for them the entire time. If they need something, I come out there and help them. Just like that mental drain of being on standby the entire time is very real. I was just sending messages, I was editing videos on my phone, and the entire time I was sitting there, I was just like, every spare moment was me thinking, I wonder if they need me. I wonder if they need help. I wonder what they're doing. What time is it? Are they almost finished? I don't know. Goals for the studio this week. There's a room that was previously used as a utility room, kind of for like washers and dryers and things like that. It was an unutilized room, and we're trying to utilize all the rooms, of course. Goals for this week. Take the bed, the mattress that has been in there, that was in there because I was saving it for my brother, saving it for him. It's still in there. Tomorrow we'll take care of it. Clean up the entirety of the inside. We'll start to put down some mats and some floors, put out some curtains to make it so it's not as hot, and turn it into maybe a room. Put acoustic drums in there. One of our partner teachers, Jorge, the drummer, wanted to bring some acoustic drums to the studio and use those sometimes. The room is not blocked off of the main studio, so I'm going to have to consider some soundproofing measures, like big panel or something, in order to keep the sound in. It's going to be interesting to try and figure it out. Other projects, upcoming projects, there's a strip of wall behind the computer in the recording room that we've decided to use some wood and stain it the same color that is on our acoustic panel foam that we've put up. It'll look cool. It'll help out with soundproofing a little bit. So we'll see about getting that done. There's a lot of small account connection things that I need to take care of as well. When I incorporated the business, because the bank account did not exist at the time, I need to hold myself back from complaining about a lot of the bureaucracy connection things that happen here in Japan. But essentially, when I made the business, prior to the incorporation, the business did not exist. I was not able to get a bank account for the business because it didn't exist. After it existed, I was able to make a bank account for that. But because it wasn't made at the time, I had to connect my own bank account to all of the different things like water and electricity and internet, etc. So until now, it's all been coming out of my personal account. I take the money from the business account, I put it in my account. I use my account to pay for the things, the rent, the building, etc. That's hard to keep track of for bookkeeping purposes. So it's so much easier if it all comes out of the same account, because you can be like, oh, this is rent. It came out of the business account. That way it goes in right in the ledger without having to do a million double entries of loan it to me, pay it, and then credit to the account. Now, how do I change it over? I have to get a certificate of registered matters, of historical matters, from this office, and I have to do one for each contract that I have. So one for water, one for the rent, one for electricity, one for SoftBank. Each one of them costs like 500 yen. I don't know why I have to pay for these. I don't know why I could just transfer them over to my account. It's a little silly. I don't understand. Maybe there's some reason, but maybe it's just silly. Regardless, it's an added point of friction in between me needing to switch these over and not. The same thing for changing my registered address as a representative. I am still registered in my previous place because when I made the business, it was before I moved. So I registered myself, my address, at my previous apartment. We moved, and I haven't changed that. And apparently, in order to change that, you have to pay like $100 or something like that. It's crazy. Why? Don't know. Sorry, I'm perpetually low on storage, and I keep seeing it flash on the screen. Storage low, tough to manage. I can't focus when it keeps flashing like that. I'll do it with my eyes closed. 1, get the mattress out of that room. 2, put the acoustic foam plus trim thing into the room so it looks nice. 3, transfer over tons of different kinds of contracts from my personal bank to the business bank. 4, get shirts for the upcoming summer program. The end.